All right, folks, yesterday and today we replaced the water main at a house our son rents from us. And the water main was mostly galvanized pipe. This house was built in the 60s, and the pipe had rusted at some points and sprung a leak, so we decided to replace everything. And it's not that easy, but it wasn't bad. So I'll just show you what we did. Coming out of the water main, out of the city water, here's a 3/4 inch Schedule 40 pipe, what we put in. Most of it was, like I said, galvanized pipe. So we followed that. Getting under the sidewalk was easy. We pulled out the old pipe, put a cap on the new pipe, and jammed it through. No problem at all. And then over here, come this way. And this is all just a bunch of Schedule 40 pipe. 3/4 inch going up to the house. Now, a couple interesting things. You can see right here, we have a T. That T right there is to go to a yard hydrant we put in, because we don't have a spigot out in the front here, or a hose bib, so we decided to put in a yard hydrant, and I'll show you how that went in a second. And then up here, you can see on the left there, that's a sprinkler system pipe. But you can see our 3/4 water main, Schedule 43/4, runs up to copper that goes into the house. You see I put a turn-off valve right there in case I wanted to isolate all these different systems. I'll show you what we've got here. This is the line going over to the yard hydrant. You can see we put up another turn-off valve there in case I want to isolate that. And then right here, you can see this is where it goes into the house. We had no idea what we were going to get, but fortunately we've got a copper line that goes into the house right here. We kept that copper line along with this T. That T, oops, let's see, that T goes to another piece of copper that goes to the spigot on the side of the house. Really kind of weird, huh? But anyway, if I walk over this way, you'll see we cut the copper right here went to galvanized pipe. So we got rid of the galvanized pipe, put in a fitting down there, copper fitting. Important thing about the copper fittings, you want to put in a copper fitting that for which you'll use a male PVC. You want a male PVC, not a female PVC. If you use a female PVC going over the top of the copper fitting, you tighten it too much, it'll split. If your PVC is going inside the copper as a male fitting, then that's far less likely. And right there is another shutoff valve in case we need to isolate that line looking for leaks. But anyway, this came over here. This is all galvanized pipe before. Went to a bend. That bend went into the backyard right around there, and I'll show you here. It's kind of interesting. Right here. It went right there, and it goes into the wall there, and as far as I can tell, it only supplies that hose bib. That's it. But you can see we kept the copper. The copper was in great shape, so we kept as much as we could. But once again, another copper fitting that utilizes a male PVC, and did it kind of that way. All right, now let me go show you. I'll show you real quick the yard hydrant here. We come up this way, going back. Once again, we follow our line. There's our T. Goes to our yard hydrant. Oh, one thing I should mention here. This is kind of a pain. See that copper? It goes over this right down here. That is a sewage pipe. Now, why they got them laid right next to each other, I don't know, but I have a rubber pad I'm going to put right there just to keep any vibrations down. I mean, it hadn't been a problem for 60 years. It probably isn't now, but, you know, just in case. And I'm putting a rubber pad in there because it won't hold water. You don't want any water accumulating down there. Okay, here we go back out to the yard hydrant. Goes out here. Take it down. The yard hydrant goes a little deep. And this is basically the classic way you put in a yard hydrant. Because we're in Florida, you only need to go about 5 inches deep, but this is a 2-foot water hydrant, so we buried it 2 feet, like they say, and you get a bucket with rocks in it, and that bucket keeps it stable. And because a water hydrant, when you turn off a water hydrant, all the water in that tube drains out through a weep hole at the bottom. So you want big rocks around there so as not to block out that weep hole. The valve is really down here. You know, when you move the crank, it basically opens and closes a valve down here. And now what we're going to do is fill all this in with dirt. That thing's pretty steady as it is. If it's not steady enough, maybe we'll add a little concrete or some rocks. It's some pavers at the top to hold it in place. Anyway, that's it.